Hey guys, what's up? Hope all you are doing good. Give me a few minutes here. While we go ahead, share screen. There we go. Okay. I figured we all just react a little bit. I'm gonna play the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond trailer, and then we'll get into the discussion. This is something very new. I've been tinkering with this idea for quite some time, and I figured I'd give it a shot. Um, let's hope this works. I know I was going to stream a game tonight, but this sounded a bit more interesting, and it would probably bring in more people. So, as you all know, we all saw how, because we waited 17 years for this. Keep in mind, we waited 17 years for this. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. Luckily, I have the music off and everything, so I won't get copyright. Man, this ship really got an upgrade. Yeah, there we go. Look at that awesome suit. Look at that suit. It looks so gorgeous. Whoa, hello. So, given the trailer and everything, this looks amazing. First off, all the scanning. Look how fast the scanning is. See, environmental damage, environmental awareness. There's a lot of that. It's not too obvious, but it's there. Let's see. I think we got. They're definitely not space pirates. I know what they look like. There's Silas. Oh, there's the Metroids confirmed, and there's Silas because Silas was he was teased at the end of Metroid Prime 3. Keep in mind that was 17 years ago. Um, really, really, really cool. Cannot wait. Oh, we got more. Oh, this looks awesome. Oh, we have to wait till 2025. Dang. Well, if we can make it to 2025, I mean, if we can make it to 2025, then by all means, give me a moment. Now, I grew up on Metroid, the first one from the NES series, and from like the NES to up until the Metroid Prime series. I recently, uh, where is it? I recently got Metroid Dread as a birth. I think it was either a Christmas or a birthday gift. And as you see, it takes place right after Metroid Fusion, which made it so amazing. All in all, I think my favorite one, like in the Game Boy one, I loved Fusion. Fusion is my all time favorite. That's why I played the music at the beginning because I wanted to set the mood and everything. And for me, Metroid Fusion really created the like it just kicked the bricks off of everything. Like, no, we're gonna do it this way, and then because we had Super Metroid, and then we had Samus Returns, which is highly regarded as the greatest. So I will give it its flowers. Um, and I heard a lot of people saying that, oh, Metroid's gone woke or anything, and all that shit. I highly disagree. There was nothing in that trailer that shouted it. Samus is at her highest level right now, and the suspension and tense is there. It's completely chaotic because, and I will agree with Dash on this. I will agree because I saw his video. By the way, shout out to Dash for bringing to light about that, because it's really stupid. Megan Faustini, don't we're not attacking you. Don't worry, we're not attacking you. I don't know why. I don't know why she put her account to private, that I know of. But it's proven that she's not even with the company or anything. I don't get why hide it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So with Metroid Prime, I remember playing Metroid Prime for the first time on the GameCube, and I was so used to the 2D side-scrolling adventure that it's very famous for, from the NES all the way to the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, sorry. And I feel like it was a major upgrade. Plus, the cool thing is the very interesting detail. If you connect your save file to Metroid Prime, you would get the Fusion suit, the suit you start out with in Metroid Fusion. Because, and I thought that was a great tie-in. God, what a gorgeous game. I mean, the remaster, I welcome it with open arms. I thought it was great that we finally got it on the Switch finally. I will probably be doing a playthrough of that very soon. But Metroid Prime, though, I had a great time with the charge beam and getting the power and getting the abilities and everything, knowing and trying to figure out where to go. I thought that was great for exploration, and it also shows that you know where you were at. And I feel like Metroid Prime, oh, that's the remaster. Oops. Give me a second. I'm gonna screen share again just in case. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, like I said, though, imagine it's your birthday in that time, in that era, and you open up your birthday gift and you see that is pure excitement. I enjoyed it for what it is. It was like a big step into the 3D atmospheric first person view, mind you, which I thought was really, really cool. And all the different beams and everything, the space pirates, Ridley making a huge comeback after the events of Fusion, because what happened in Fusion, let's go back to Metroid Fusion. Let's go back. In Metroid Fusion, you had all the different enemies from this terrific masterpiece right here. This boss did not like him in Other M. Did not like it. It felt, I don't know, it just didn't I mean, it didn't feel right. I mean, I'm happy we got to see it in like a 3D aspect, but here is like where it shines because he's defying gravity, making it difficult for the missiles to hit and everything. And give me a hot second here. Give me a hot second. There we go. Anyway, like I was stating, with with Fusion, to me, I feel like it was the turning point because gone were the days of it being out there, and it really brought back like the horror, the suspense. Like you're completely alone on that space station and you have no idea. Like this picture right here sums it all up. Imagine landing in your spacecraft. Like imagine landing from your spacecraft into that mess. And it's like, what happened here? I feel like what Metroid Dread does correct is like it's you still have that tension and everything. Like you have no idea what is around the corner. In Fusion's case, we're first introduced to the X parasites. For those of you who don't know what that is, this is a clear case in point. It's basically an organism that infects the host and it disrupts its central nervous system, thus killing the host, and it mimics it. Say like it infects like a toad or something, or a hornode. To me, it's very creepy, like in terms of like biology, science, and all of that. It explains it to you in those quintessential terms, and I feel like it's a perfect way to introduce. Like, I mean, technically, the X parasites, they're technically they border on the line of antagonist and ally. It's like at the very middle of it. It's at the very middle of where they stand. On the one hand, they replenish your health and ammo, like missiles and all of that. And at certain points in the game, they give you latent abilities like the speed, like the high speed boost, the moonsault, uh, the screw attack, uh, the charge beam, the wide beam, ice beam, but that's like at the very end. That's my one major complaint with like Metroid Fusion, but I get why they did it though, because I mean we all like New Game Plus, There wasn't a thing called New Game Plus for the Metroid series. There wasn't. I wish there is, but I understand why they didn't. But let's also go to this terrifying creature. Oop, wrong one. Because this is the SAX. First introduced in the Metroid Fusion series, because we knew nothing about this character until that hallway scene where Samus goes down the elevator shaft, and then the wall explodes and out walks the SAX. Now the key difference is that it's a mimic. Because remember, Samus, if you look at how they're holding their respective cannons, Samus has it like this. The Sax has it like this. That is a nice detail I like with different characters, to show that, hey, I'm mimicking you, but it's like a subtle difference. It's a subtle difference between. And on top of that, here's the final boss fight, which I found was very challenging. Very, very challenging. And there's really not much you can do. Like, you're weak as shit. It's gonna come after that sex will destroy you within mere minutes. So these are the different suits that you get throughout match for Samus Returns and I believe Fusion. So, and what I mentioned earlier about the Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion, this is the Fusion suit right here. The first one I'm circling, that's the first one. That's the Fusion suit. That's what you would get in the. That's what you get as a DLC, which, by the way, you don't have to pay for. Unheard of. Before paid DLC and everything, all you had to do was just connect your Game Boy to the GameCube via the Game Boy extension, or whatever it's called, and boom, upload the save file. There you go. It would have been cool if we got but it's pretty cool how we can get like the different suits and everything throughout the whole game. Now, Metroid. Let's see. Let's talk about Prime 2. I had some experience with echoes and everything, but man, going through that dimension, like the negative dimension, I like to call it, it is very terrifying. And when you first enter it, you're completely outmatched. Like, very outmatched. Give me a second here. But also, it shows off the that's Morbius. Oh wait, oops. Oh, Armor Bias. So we had the light beam, the annihilator beam, the dark beam. Look at the difference though. Like, look at the color and everything. Look at the difference, because that is how you make changes to a weapon. like to let you know, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do. And then you have the light beam, which gives off a bunch of light and everything. And then this is the annihilator beam, and then the power beam. Very, very different colors. And also you get the here's the light suit. This is the light suit in Metroid Prime 2. And I think there is a I can't spell worth a damn. So here are all the different suits and in Metroid. Oopsie, I hit the wrong button. Right, so we have the Dread suit, we have Zero suit, the power, the Varia, the gravity, the Phazon, and then the hazard shield, the ped, the light, and the dark suit. In Fusion, we have the fusion suit, Varia, gravity, and then the power suit. We'll just call it the fusion power suit because that is what we originally started with at the beginning of the intro before we found out what really happened when Samus had her parts surgically her suit parts surgically removed. And then we got the Metroid for the NES. This one I have fond memories of like growing up back then and getting and playing it on the NES at my cousin's house at that time. Just it's so amazing how this one game spawned decades upon decades of worlds, characters, enemies, bosses, the different suits, the different ways of working, of how things work biologically and everything. And come to find out that Samus is a female, that was the greatest reveal of all time. I guarantee if you were it like the first time, it's like whoa. And the cool thing is it was such a nice reveal and everything. Nothing too fancy. Uh just Samus being Samus. And this is where you also get the power-ups and everything. These little statues right here. These statues, the Chozo statues, as I believe they're what they're called. And then you have Super Metroid later on in the series for the Super Nintendo. See, same concept right here. The same concept. On top of it, because you got so much going on. To me, Metroid is a wonderful series, and I am very happy to have grown up with this series at the time. And it has the staying power. I liked it all the way up until Other M, because for whatever reason, I played other M, and for whatever reason I couldn't get into it. I don't know if I'm just so used to like the side scrolling and all that. I don't know if I'm just so used to it, because with Metroid Prime I have no problems with. I actually enjoy the worlds and everything. And of course, seeing Adam in the flesh was really interesting to me. And this is like the detailed map of Super Metroid, like where you can go, where the bosses are, and everything. Also, we didn't have back in those days. We did not. Internet was so primitive around this time. We didn't have like the online walkthroughs. We literally had to go out and buy magazines. It was pretty crazy, like the Nintendo magazines and all that, just to figure out where to go and everything. Plus, the bosses are awesome. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the bosses real quick. Oop, wrong one. There we go. So these are the bosses right here. We got Cradley, Ridley, Mother Brain. I forget the other two here. Someone in the chat, remind me again who these two are. It's so cool how we can have all of this. And also in Metroid Prime, here's the bosses for this one. All the different, and of course the Big Daddy himself, where you have to use all the beams that you got just to take down this thing. Hi, Iron. And let's go further. Let's go further. Let's go to. So these are the main bosses. You got the SAX in the giant form. I call this the giant form of the SAX. Of course, you got the Omega Metroid, which was referenced multiple times, and of course, you got the Yakuza. That's literally the name, and of course, Nightmare, and of course, weak ass Ridley right here. All four the four bosses in here have one thing in common: they are X-mimicked. Basically, like I mentioned earlier with the X parasite, what they do, what the X does is it infects your body, kills you. It kills you from the inside, like you're dead before you even hit the floor. And then what that does is it creates a copy of you, like physicality, but it cannot copy a human soul or the mind. It can't, because it could only copy like the physicality and all that. But once you figure out that it's not, when you figure out that it's been X mimicked, then it becomes your enemy. Which is why I stand by with what I said with the X parasites being the like the antagonist and ally. It's like right there. It's like right there at that line. And for those who missed it, I'll happily repeat myself. Basically, the X parasites, they are your friend because they replenish your health and your missiles, and also give you abilities like the screw attack, the somersault, the plasma beam, the wave beam. I believe wide beam too. I think, and then what was that other one? And it gives you like the different suits and everything, like the Varia suit, the gravity, and also an ice beam. I almost forgot ice beam. Each boss is so unique, and I hold Metroid Fusion in such high regard, not because it's like literally one of the greatest Game Boy Advance games of all time in the Metroid series, Super Metroid has that too. However, it stands on its own because it has suspense, it has mystery, it has horror, it has all the action and adventure that you could do. In some parts, it's like so quiet. Like 1 minute, it is so quiet, and then boom, in comes an enemy or a boss. Or and the funny thing is the development of characters is really cool because at first you think the X Parasite is like it's like a mindless organic life form, but later on, as you see, it gets smarter. We saw that with the only with the when it was in the data room in Sector 6, when we were going to get the Varia suit to get into Sector 5. um we saw it download the data like nothing. And to me, that's like the oh shit moment right there. Like, oh crap, now they're learning how to download and copy data and destroy the data room. Because at first, you go to the data room and then get the missiles in the beginning. And then by Sector 3, Pyro, this piece of crap right here, this little bastard, destroys the data room there after you get the super missile upgrade. And then it gets smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter up until where it's like, okay, I got you cornered. Upon encountering the SAX, I feel like it was the perfect setup. Because here, hang on 1 second. Because look at the key difference. Look at the key difference right here. This is when we had the first encounter. Look at the difference. I mean, in hindsight, it is an X-Mimic, but you don't know that yet until Sector 2. But look at the stark contrast. Because Samus has her hand on... Because she has her hand on the bottom of the arm cannon. The SCX has it on the top of it. Tiny details like that go a long way, and it really adds more to it, from my honest opinion. And you're literally the only thing left alive. Aside from the Electoons and the oh damn it, what were the damn it, what were those things called? Electoons and Dorachas, I believe. Guys. These guys right here. These are the only friendlies that you have in that whole space station. And on top of it, you're the only person there. There's no one else there. Everyone's gone. All you have left, aside from these creatures, it's really creepy how dangerous this all is. Of course, there's Cirrus. That's where you get the high speed boost. Oh, hi Jordan. Hi Third Fourth. Hi Iron. Sorry about that, guys. I just forgot to say hi. That was my fault. And then you have Oh damn it! Where is he? Where's that one? Of course, you have Nightmare. I mean, look at that giant thing. And keep in mind, this was used as a military weapon, like a military bioweapon. I can't imagine creating this beast right here. This signifies power right here. And then you also had uh see, that's the Hornode right there. That's the Hornode that I mentioned earlier. But unfortunately, it's of a different color because if you remember, in I think it was either Samus Returns. It's one of the Metroid games. Like at the end, it has a Hornode by itself in that cave. Actually, here I'll pull it up. Hang on, let me uh because it is so unbelievably creepy. I'm gonna take this down for a moment. I'm gonna take that down for a hot second. So what I mean by this is see, here we go. Here's the Hornode. And with the last Metroid gone, see how the crystals move? This is the original color of it. And then there's the X Parasite. And see how it gets inside? Now watch. Boom. Gone. And voila. That's how it works. To me, these are the forget the space pirates, forget Ridley, forget Ridley, forget all the other bosses. The X parasites are forever gonna be the most dangerous enemies in the Metroid series. Nothing tops them. Nothing. Because what they did to that Hornode is a prime example of how dangerous they really are. And that's why I regard Fusion as my all-time favorite of the 2D in the 2D era. Now, with Metroid Prime, um, like I said before, I loved the atmosphere. I loved the just the immersion of it, like being on a different planet. Well, first you're at the you're at this outpost, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, and it's been infested by space predators. I believe that's where you also get the morph ball too, if I remember correctly. And then you see Ridley alive, full blown, full power in your face. And you get to the planet. Tropical jungle, the deep caves, the Chozo ruins. All of it is gorgeous. Like your breath is taken away by how immersive it is. And also you find out that there are Metroids there. When I said that X Parasite is the most dangerous thing, I do mean it. Not even the Metroids. Not even the Metroids, because they're like, here's how I would put it. I would put the Metroid the probably the second most dangerous creature in that series, and I say second very loosely, because currently the X parasites currently hold that record. Because at first, aside from all that, we thought that Cradley was dangerous, Mother Brain was dangerous. Take all those boss characters, and I guarantee, nothing comes close. And to me, Metroid Prime was the greatest leap forward for the Metroid series. I mean, you could do 2D platforming games all you want, but when you took the chance and jumped to 3D, first person 3D, it's a game. To most people, it seems silly, but it's a game changer, because it's like, whoa, we can actually do this now. We have the technology to do this. In which, yes, the Nintendo GameCube, despite everything, it gave us some of the greatest games we have ever seen in such a long time. From Metroid Prime 1 all the way to 3. All the way to 3. Wait, I think Metroid Prime was hold on one second. I could be wrong. Give me a second here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was correct. It was on the GameCube. I was correct. I'm stupid. I'm having an idiot moment. And what I mean by the Chozo ruins, I mean it like, because look at that detail back in the day. I mean, keep in mind, this is the gathering hall. You have all the doors and everything, and of course you also have the like the doors leading to different paths and everything. They really did a great job with like the setting, and that world and everything. I forgot to. Oh, the name of the planet is actually Talon um 4. The Talon 4. Very, very it's in the it's right by the Twin Tabula and Zebes, where we first met Mother Brain in Super Metroid, and in Metroid Zero Mission and the first game. And it's also where we met the space pirates and everything. And what I meant by fusion suit, here's what I meant. That's the fusion suit you get when you plug in your Game Boy Advance into the Nintendo GameCube via the Game Boy pack, and you upload, I believe you upload your save file, and you get that suit automatically. No paid DLC, people. No paid DLC. This was before all that garbage. Because back then, all you needed to do was just plug it in. Boom. And with Metroid, when I first heard about Metroid Dread, give me a second here. I'm still getting used to having a dual screen. When I first heard that this game was coming out, I was ecstatic, and to find out it takes place right after Metroid Fusion, I was like, I am so there. I know people got pissed. Like, there were certain people who got pissy at how difficult, how confusing it is. That's the thing. Oh, hi, Jasmine. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about Metroid, because with the celebration of Metroid Prime 4 coming out, I figured now would be a great time to talk about it. Just me talking to you guys in the chat. I don't have a co-host or anything. This is completely all me. So it takes the fundamentals of Fusion and Samus Returns and the original Metroid. It takes it and puts it all into this. And believe me, the creatures up here, they are no joke. They are no joke. I can attest because I struggled so badly with them. I think the hardest boss, my hardest boss in the Metroid series, for the first time playing it, was it was a tie between Yakuza and Mecha Ridley. Top two hardest. I struggled badly the first time because it was my first time playing Fusion, and my health and I didn't know where all the health power-ups and everything were. I didn't know the secret areas at that time. So you could probably say my health was probably complete trash. Because guess who was waiting in Sector 2 after that boss fight, which makes it even more challenging? The SAX. Right there, clear as day. And it's like, I don't have enough health to beat that, to escape this thing. The difference is you have the Varius, I believe you have the Varius suit now, and also the different power, and then I believe I think you get the ice missile later on. I'm trying to remember where exactly between that time period. Now, technically, you can freeze the SAX, but only for a short time. Like, the limitation on that is so ridiculous. It's like, oh, this is nothing. And then, boom, boom, done. But it creates... But I feel like here's what I'm hoping for with Metroid Prime 4. I'll pull up the... Yeah, it does. It does go way back. I mean, look at here. Let's see. 1987. In 1987, Metroid launched. And here we are. And here we are so many years later talking about it. 37 years later, we're already talking about this. And rightfully so, because it brought us to that world of deep space and all the different creatures. And look, there's Mother Brain right there. There's Mother Brain right there. Of course, you have like the ice beam and everything. And then later on, you have and then you have Super Metroid. Oop, wrong one. I am so sorry. That was the wrong one. So here is Super Metroid, a more updated version of the original Metroid for the Super Nintendo. Completely different. And of course, there's the actual Metroid right there. And then later on, much further than that, you have Metroid Fusion, which I've been talking to for the last 52 minutes here. Probably the pinnacle of the Game Boy Advance, because you have so many different things going on. Because you have see right here, this is the SCX right here. This is a perfect representation of that creature. This right here is the stuff of nightmares. If you think every other boss was bad, no, this one's way worse, because it's tracking you. Like no matter where you go, it's somehow there. Like right there next door to you, or in the same room as you. And to me, that's why I regard it as one of the greatest antagonists of all time. Because there is no stopping it until the end of the game. Because in the beginning, you start out with the fusion suit, all the creepy shit, and then of course after that you have Zero Mission. Not many people heard about this game, but it's definitely up there though. And then you have this one, Metroid Prime. Look at that detail right here. This is, and keep in mind, this is from the GameCube. Oh wait, that's the remaster, my bad. Give me a second here. Let me find hold on, let me find the GameCube part. There we go. Right. So we got this is from the game. Keep in mind, this is from the GameCube right here. Ain't that crazy? So we went from we went from the 2D side scroller that Samus is known for to full on third person shooter. Like 3D open world to a 3D open world Metroid. Think of the time. At that time, you had that going. Yeah, there were first person shooters coming, but nothing. But Metroid Prime really took the Metroid franchise and gave it new mechanics, a new look, a new planet, a new lore and also tie-ins with the Chozo, and also the space pirates, and come to find out that Ridley was still alive. Now, with Metroid Prime 4, give me a second here. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, there we go. So here's Metroid Prime 4. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I had the sound off for a reason. I mean, look at that detail. Keep in mind, we waited 17 years for this. 17 years. Well, actually, no, correction. It'll be 18 years. Because this doesn't come out till next year. However, look at the love. Look at the care. And of course, we got Silas from Metroid Prime 3. The end credit character. This is how it should be. Because remember, Metroid Dread didn't come out that long ago. And now we're getting another Metroid game. And to me, this is how it's done. And it is sweet because it's so perfect. Look, let me pull up here. I'll pull up here, I'll pull this up. Because remember, this came out 3 years ago. This is from 3 years ago. And this came out for the Switch. And I do have this game. Look at the detail. And keep in mind, they took the Game Boy, NES Super Metroid 2D side scroller and updated it, gave it fresh characters, amazing graphics, and new mechanics. I mean, look at that. Those things are tough as hell. They are tough. They will beat you down with ease. Unless you have a certain type of beam you can only get from a very specific enemy. It's very specific. See, look at all that. This is from Fusion as well. This takes place right after Fusion. Hard to believe that this was 3 years ago. And now we got Metroid Prime 4 coming out. Personally, I'm very excited. I am very, very excited for Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, the 10th of the October 8th, 2021. So 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And to think in 1987, it was a pixelated side scroller on the NES, the 8-bit, mind you. And now we got this. If you compare the two, it's come a long way graphically, story wise, characters, everything. The lore. I mean, I know there's probably a few retcons here and there, but if you combine that all together, it is one giant universe. And to me, that's why Metroid is probably one of the coolest sci-fi games out there, because it's so far into the future. I know we probably won't even see it because we'll be long gone before that happens. C'est la vie, but that's what it is. So, chat, I have a question. What is your favorite Metroid? What was your first Metroid? I know. I know Third Fourth. He said his was Metroid Prime. Even if you weren't familiar with it, what was the first one that grabbed your attention? Because for me, it was the original. It was the original, and then Fusion got me back into it, and then Prime really exceeded my expectations to a degree. And and the fact that we have that it's lasted this long, and it's gotten better and better and better and better with new power-ups, new enemies, new bosses, and it takes place in certain quadrants of that galaxy. You can look at it and just be so impressed with it. I know not many games are as good in the Metroid series. Yeah, the GameCube. Yep, that's where Metroid Prime is. It started on the GameCube, and because you had Metroid Prime 1, you had Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and then the third one, which was Corruption. And here we are, going to be 18 years later. Starting next year, it'll be 18 years since Metroid Prime 3 came out. That's crazy to think. In 2007, we finally get the fourth installment of the Prime series. And then many years later, we get the Zelda game, the one that's coming out. We get to play as Princess Zelda. We got to play as Peach, so I'm glad that Zelda's getting the recognition as well. And no, to the creeps out there, it's not woke. We're not upset by it. It's how it should be. Same thing with Metroid. And of course, the Tomb Raider remasters. It's how it should be. Proper introduction. And also just show the gameplay and the awesome world of it. That's all you have to do. I'm going to buy it. You damn right. I am going to buy Metroid Prime 4 when it comes out. I gotta play Metroid Prime remaster. I gotta play that still. I'll get it eventually, but it is definitely on my list of games to play still. And I gotta say, this actually worked. I might do another Knightcast episode pretty soon. So this was just a test run of this series. So I'm actually happy it worked. Because I've been tinkering with the idea of just to sit down with you with everybody in chat, just me, no other panels or anything, just me talking to you guys, and I'm glad we're able. And this is what makes gaming and anime so unbelievably awesome, because we get to actually sit down and talk about this years later, mind you. We get to talk about this because that's the impact that this series has. 38 years later, here we are still talking about it. I can't think of any other modern day franchise that can hold a candle to that. Given everything that's going on culturally and everything, that's what separates us from the people who are trying to destroy our beloved escapes and enjoyments of things. We cherish it because we talk about it from our experiences, our memories, to where we first began. I would love to see this series continue. I cannot wait to see what planet we're going to be on in Metroid Prime 4 and what Silas is doing there. Because remember, we saw him at the end of Metroid Prime 3 as a teaser. Right at the end of, I think it was the post-credit scene, we saw him. And we're like, whoa, who is this guy? We never seen him before. We're so familiar with Ridley and everybody else, but we never seen this guy, this Silas person. I want to know about this character. And I'm very I know we gotta wait. I know we gotta wait next till next year to do it. So basically we gotta wait at least 7 months until the new year. 7 months. And I'm fine with that. And the Nintendo Direct, I watched it. I gotta say, they knocked it out of the park. I felt way more excited than I did with the PlayStation 1. Xbox is a close second. But whenever Nintendo Direct comes on, I sit my ass down and watch it. Because I'm excited to see what Nintendo has in store next. If I could, um, I wish I wish I had a tier list right now of my Metroid game rankings. I would put Metroid Prime, Metroid Fusion in the S tier. In the F tier would be other M because I got so fucking confused with that game. I got so fucking confused. Samus Returns would be in the A tier next to Prime 2 and 3. Zero Mission would be in the B tier. And then. Actually, no, correction. In the S tier, it would be the original NES game, Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Fusion. Those three right there in the S tier. I would put Zero Mission, Prime 2, and Prime 3 in A tier. B tier would be Samus Returns. No, scratch that. It would be in the A tier. And then I would put Other M in the F tier. Because, like I mentioned, if I could go back and play it with a clearer mind now, I might like it. But on the same token, it's like, do I really want to? Personally, my favorite bosses are the Yakuza, Cirrus, Cradley, Ridley, Mother Brain, Omega Metroid is not even on that list. It is like at the bottom because there's some build up to it and everything, but at the same time, once you get the ice beam and everything, it's game over for that character. And I like the design of it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But that's where I stand though with everything. Metroid has been one of the coolest games I have ever played. That time when the NES was out. I'm kind of surprised that wait a minute, I wonder. Now that I thought about it, oh, holy shit, there's a Metroid 64. I did not know that. What the fuck? I'm not joking. I am not bullshitting. There is a Metroid 64. I did not know that. Look, I'm not bullshitting. I am not. I am not bullshitting. There is a Metroid 64. That is awesome. See what I mean? You learned something new with a franchise. That's the amazing part of all of this. But what do you guys think, though? Has Metroid earned its place in the world of gaming? Because I surely think it did. It has more than earned that right to be up there upon it's earned its place as to be the Nintendo's mascot. Along with Mario, along with Link, along with Fox McCloud, along with Donkey Kong, along with everybody. It has earned its right. Samus has earned her right to be there. Along with Princess Peach, along with Princess Zelda, Daisy Kong, Crystal from the Star Fox series, the Kirby, everybody has earned their right there. But what do you? I might do another Knightcast episode where I'm gonna dive in. You know what? My next Knightcast will be oh, trust me, when you do this for so long and pay attention, it's so much fun. Same thing with Crash Bandicoot. I already did a video on that one. You guys know how I feel about Crash Bandicoot. You guys know how I am. And you've seen how I play too. Like you guys seen how I play. Spyro is also another one of my childhood games. My next one, the next Knightcast, it will be episode 2. Um, we're gonna dive into. I think I know what one we're gonna dive into. I might do further down the road. I might do like a Spyro sit down where I just go on and on about Spyro, and I would probably start from the PS1 games from Insomniac before they. Yep, same thing. I have yet to get my full thoughts on Spyro, so that will probably be the next episode. It'll be a Spyro discussion where I sit down like this and just talk about my experience with it, like from the humble beginnings to that god awful Enter the Dragonfly, Hero's Tale, um, where I think it's gonna go as far as everything. But I'm gonna save that for the next Knightcast episode. Right now Metroid is the main discussion. With Metroid Prime 4, I'm actually pretty happy that we lived long enough to see this shit happen. Oh, trust me, Jasmine. Wait till you see the Spiral one. I'm gonna really let loose because I have a lot to talk about in that whole thing. But later on, I will also be talking in tandem about what's another good series I could probably talk about. I know I want to do a Legend of Zelda one. I haven't touched on that one yet. I'll probably do that for another one. I'm thinking this as I in real time. You're seeing my brain work in real time, people. On camera, live in front of you. My brain is working in front of you. That's how it's go. That's how it's doing it. But this was fun though. I had fun just sitting here for an hour talking about Metroid. But I do enjoy it though. I love this series so much. It's always room for discussion when it comes to Nintendo and everything. I can't think of one conversation that it does not involve in. And I love doing this. And it's a nice break from what I have been doing just to see how this goes. And so far, I've attracted a nice audience and got everybody thinking on top of everything. However, will Metroid Prime 4 be successful? Yes. I hope so, because remember, we have waited 18 fucking years for this. 18 years. Same with Crash Bandicoot, with the Insane Trilogy. We waited 11 years for that remaster. 11 years. And then we got the Reignited Trilogy. We waited so long for that. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. on top of everything else, also, if you guys are wondering what I mean by what's happening, I'm gonna pull up a dear friend of mine's video. I hope he doesn't mind if I react to it. Give me a second, because this caught my attention. This caught my attention, and I want to give credit where credit is due. Now, Dash Tech, if you are watching this, keep in mind I am doing this with reverence and the highest respect I have for you. I'm gonna play his video because, and everybody go subscribe to Dash Tech. He's one of the great. He's one of my great friends and one of my trusted friends aside from it, including everybody else.
Writer behind the new Dash Attack here. Today we're going to be talking about Megan Fausti, who is locked her account after someone on 4chan said they were the writer behind the new Metroid game, causing alarm because of her haircut and her pronouns. So yeah, I get why people are afraid of like Nintendo like just handing over a franchise to some probable wokey. But like this she hasn't done anything. I mean, like I haven't.
And he is right. This person has not done a thing. She hasn't attacked the fans. She hasn't gone after content creators. Nothing of the sort to warrant why she protected her account.
Haven't seen any other thing other than her appearance, like to like. So I just think it's kind of unfair. I mean, look at this. Okay, so this is the original post. Fake news, probably. Yeah, I found something right here that suggests that this person isn't even working at Retro. So how can they be writing the game? Okay.
Oh, thank you, Jasmine, for coming on. Thank you, Jasmine, for coming on by. Also, I'm thinking episode 4. We're gonna have the DBZ discussion. Knightcast episode 4 will be about Dragon Ball Z. I know we did it. I know we talked about it during the Toriyama tribute, but I want to dive further into that series. I want to dive further. And
okay, this is where things get a little. Yeah, there's no way Nintendo would never allow it. They're not there yet, and hopefully never will be. Like this. Okay, so apparently she tweeted that Mary Sue article that said Samus was trans. Okay, like Nintendo would never allow that. Not with one of their big headers. Like a no.
you see what happens when you let the Mary Sue and all the other creeps do this shit. This is what happens.
No name character like Vivian, sure, but Samus, no. No, this is also a good point. She's never been the lead writer of any of the games she's worked on.
Exactly. She did write Fallen Order, which, by the way, I enjoyed. I enjoyed, by the way. Fallen Order was a lot of fun. Had a great time playing it. I have yet to play the other one.
People saying Fallen Order was good. It was, but she wasn't the only writer. She was one of 7 and wasn't the lead. Megan has only worked on 2 projects as a writer. Yeah, I'm saying I don't think she's the lead writer on this game. I really don't. So yeah, all this seems to be ginned up from old speculation from this Shine Sparkers article, and it wasn't probably a very good article to begin with, since no one actually knows if she was writing the game, only that she was hired by Retro for something, and isn't there anymore, possibly. Anyways, that's the story for today. Thank you.
And he is right. Dash is right. I may not agree with everything Dash says, but damn it, I respect his opinion. But he is correct, though. This person done nothing wrong. Mary Sue Kotaku and everybody else is fucking trash. That's my opinion on it. But yeah, Dash, if you see this, I reacted to this. I reacted to your video and gave my thoughts on it too. And I wholeheartedly agree. This woman did nothing wrong. Megan Fossey did nothing wrong. Because if she wanted to, she really wanted to, she would have attacked the fans and everything in between. Why her tweets are protected, we'll never know. But to me, this feels like false attack and everything because we've been because with everything that's been happening in the gaming world, you can only react so much. But if the developer or an upstanding journalist or the person who's one of the writers or one of the creative people is not attacking the fans, leave them alone. They have nothing to do with it. And that's why culture war is so dangerous. But to me, I'd rather be fighting to defend and protect what we have left. Anyway, guys, I had fun tonight, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear. I'm gonna pop this question to you. If you made it through this whole thing, here's my question to you. I'm gonna put it in the comments down below. It's gonna be a pinned comment. What's your favorite? It's gonna comprise of 4 questions. The first question is, what was your start with Metroid? The second question, what is your favorite boss in Metroid? It could be from any game. Any game. Remember, this is from any game. And you could be brief, like you do do a brief paragraph as to the why. And the third question is, what was your first system playing on it? And then the fourth question is, what is your favorite power up? Like the ability of Samus, which is your favorite? I leave that to you guys. But big thank you again. Stay tuned for more. I might pull off one more stream, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling. Because I'm going to probably eat dinner first, and I'll see how I'm feeling afterwards. It might not be long, but we'll see. Tune into this Sunday for Knights of the Anime Table. I will be there. I love you all. Keep on fighting a good fight. And I can't wait till 2025. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do this again sometime. Bye, guys.